Hello there, and welcome to another Full of Germs video. This is Germs. Today I will also be Mr. Travis Touchdown. If you don't know who he is, I guess that's a good thing. But I got my non-lightsaber, just so George Lucas doesn't sue. And how do you turn this thing off? And today, as you notice, it is Halloween time. I will be talking about my favorite horror movies and what you can catch on the streaming networks. My recommendations for horror movies, as I am currently having a stroke. So, I love Halloween. I love the holiday. I love everything about it. The wife and I, we even got married on Halloween. So, I figured, yeah, let's talk about the holiday. Let's get a little cosplay and what have you. So let's get started real quick. Let's do Amazon Prime first. So you got Jaws. That is a no-brainer. Of course, they also have Night of the Living Dead. There's Return of the Living Dead, which is pretty fun if you haven't seen that one either. Jacob's Ladder, which is not too much fun. It's a good little thriller. Chopping Mall. That one is a ball too. Just robots murdering people and heads exploding and all that good stuff. Monster Squad. That one I highly recommend of the bunch. This is like the horror movie comedy. It's for kids. Not really. Because, yeah, Universal horror movie monsters, you know, your favorites like Frankenstein and Dracula, Mummy, and Gilman, all that stuff are coming to take over the world and the kids have to do something about it. And, yeah, these kids are pretty badass. So it's not a little kids movie for sure, but kids can watch it, but you'll love it more, I think. There's also a lot of classic movies out there. Some of my favorites are House on Haunted Hill and Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, and I couldn't recommend those two any higher than anyone else would. They're two of my favorites. If you've never seen them, go watch it, stupid. They're good. Also, Child's Play. I love Chucky. Except for Seed of Chucky, I love all the movies, even the two newest ones. They're all good. And I can't wait to see what comes up from this reboot that's being made. That doesn't have anything to do with the creators, but I am interested in that. And this is probably the best Chucky movie of them all. If you haven't seen any, at least watch this one. It's a good one. Unless you're scared of dolls, then don't watch any. You jerk. So you also have The Prowler, which is another 80s classic. You got Little Shop of Horrors, which is the original, the 50s, 60s, with a young Jack Nicholson as one of the characters. I will not reveal to you who he is. The movie moves a lot slower than the 80s one, but it does a good job of just being another good little horror movie for its time, with some comedy bits, if you want to call them that. Hulu, next one. PHS, good stuff. The Fly, that's a no-brainer for me. Goldblum, Cronenberg, yeah. If you've never seen that one and you're not into gore, you may not want to see that one. Pumpkinhead, it's by special effects master whose name I just forgot. This is his directing debut, and yeah, Pumpkinhead, it's not the best movie, but it's worth a watch. If you've never seen it, you'll be like, dang, that guy's creepy. Baskin, that's a bloody good one. Bloody good. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space, yeah, that's your horror movie comedy. If you, again, most of these I think of it as I usually have like little Halloween house parties. We just had one here with the pumpkin, which has to be thrown away pretty soon, and to kind of even out the horror movies and everything, I have to have the one horror movie or two horror movie comedies. Killer Clowns is one of those. I love it. It's a ball. It's just too much fun. Hills Have Eyes, not a lot of fun. It's very, it's heavy. And Tucker and Dale. That one is another. All right, too much tension. Bring out Tucker and Dale. A lot of people talk about that one. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, I think is the full name. Yeah, it plays on all the tropes and all the things that you know and love from horror movies. And yeah, it's just fun. Let's get on to Netflix. Bum bum. We got a couple of controversial ones, we'll say. The Witch, Babadook, It Follows. I love Babadook. It Follows has been in my mind ever since I saw it in the theater. I love the music, and The Witch I just saw recently, finally, for the first time. And I was like, it's kind of creepy. It looks good, but it feels like a play. But I love the Babadook, and I know there are people that love all three of these movies. So, and it's something that, you know what, you're gonna want to talk about in the end. It's like Hereditary and Mother, where it's like, what is going on? I want to know more. I think I want to know more. I'm not even sure, but yeah, it's an interesting little trio right there. So yeah, maybe you want to have those in the background of your party. I don't know. It'll definitely get people talking, that's for sure. The Wailing I've also been recommended to. It is a South Korean infection movie, and that's all I can say. Oculus. This is one of those that not a lot of people have talked about, but I thoroughly enjoy it because it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting much, like Haunted Mirror, whatever. I don't care, but this one is good. Karen Gillan does a great job with what is given to her in this movie, which is an evil mirror. And what more than that, I will not say. It is very good. Same director that did this also went to do the movie Hush, which is another one that I was like, really? Okay. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will not say anything more about that one, but if you loved Oculus, check out Hush, and then let me know what you think. The Shining, enough said. Hellraiser, I love Hellraiser. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's from Hellraiser. Hellraiser is also on Shudder too. Watch it. If you like gore and you've never seen it, watch it. And you might also like Raw. And you might also like The Void, which is another one that a lot of people, I haven't heard anything about. Like maybe one or two people talking about The Void. And it's very low budget Hellraiser, but it's done very, very well. Like, I'll give it that. Like, that's a good one to have in the background, and you'll have people like stopping and just wanting to see, like, all right, what is this? What's happening? This is interesting. That's The Void. The Haunting of Hill House. I know the series just came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I will check it out. I've heard too much about it, and I'm kind of afraid that it's going to be kind of but I recommend it just for what everyone's saying. And as far as the series front on there, you also got the Twilight Zone, and you also got the Ghostbusters cartoon, which I highly recommend both of those. Definitely Twilight Zone you can just have in the background and people will watch, because it's such a good show, such a great show. So we'll get on to Shudder. Shudder, I could just go on for hours about. If you don't know what Shudder is horror movie Netflix. So it's got all the classics. It's got Halloween. It now has Hitchcock movies. It's got Alfred Hitchcock. Who's Hitchcock? Is that Will Smith? You got Hitchcock. With Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, Birds, Shadow of a Doubt, and Rope. Did I mention that one already? I don't know. But yeah, you got all those. You got Evil Dead. You got Basket Case. You got Night of the Living Dead. You got Day of the Dead. You got Cannibal Holocaust. You got Phantasm. You have Creepshow 2. I mentioned Phantasm, but also you have Phantasm 1 to 5, I think. That's where they're at right now. You have Tourist Trap. You have a lot of these classics that, yeah, if you've never seen them, you're gonna have a ball. I feel like that's my catchphrase for this video. It's gonna be a ball. And it's yeah, you're gonna be on there for hours. I highly recommend it. If you don't have the service and you love horror movies, you're stupid. Get it. I love it. Like, I've been watching it every night. It's just awesome. They also have Zombie or Zombie 2, depending on how you want to call it, which is Italian, and it's got some pretty gnarly deaths in it, and has a zombie fighting a shark. No CGI, just makeup, zombie fighting a shark in water. And if you've never seen it, it's like a work of art. It is amazing. You also have Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. If you've never seen that one and you're a horror movie fan, you should, because it is another kind of parody, but also a love letter to horror movies, where it throws everything on its ear, and then when stuff finally happens, when the laughter is over, you'll be like, yeah, this is where the fun is. Like, it'll slog maybe for a bit, but you'll love it. High Tension, I know I've heard a bunch of mixed things for that, especially if you know the ending and you know, like, the twists and turns that the movie takes you on. But I still love it. It's got enough gore and violence in it that this little French feature will just, like, yeah, you'll be interested in it. Like, you'll love it. And one more, this will be like my horror movie comedy for this part of the streaming service. Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. If you have not seen this one, watch it. Like, don't go into it knowing anything except for the fact that it's an imaginary movie. It's the third in a series that doesn't exist, and they found the tape for this epic movie. It's all done, like, it's all filmed like in VHS form, so you get all like the cuts in between with commercials and what have you, and it's just silly. It's like the Naked Gun of horror movies. Sorry, scary movie, but yeah, this one is just, I laugh so much. I might have had too much to drink too. That might have helped, but it is so much fun. So I highly recommend it too. I'm still a little drunk. And I'll give you one more little bonus one. How about YouTube? YouTube has a lot of horror movies. I do not condone or advise or anything between, like, illegal purchasing of movies. But YouTube has a couple of flicks if you look carefully. Stuff that I found is Ice Cream Man, TerrorVision, Dawn of the Dead, Meet the Feebles, if that counts. I mean, it's definitely horrific. Motel Hell, Night of the Demons, yeah, and Eyes of Fire, which, if you hate The Witch, you're gonna love Eyes of Fire, because that's what The Witch tried to be. It was Eyes of Fire, but they're like, no, we're in 1983, we did this first. And yeah, that one came highly recommended, and I highly recommend that one to you guys. There you go. Dinner is served. You have all those horror movies. You have a couple here too. I don't think The Omen is on any of those. I love watching Shaun of the Dead every year too. Ghostbusters, Alien, Misery, Silence of the Lambs, Beetlejuice. Yeah. And there's so many more. Is there any horror movies that I haven't mentioned that you recommend? That I haven't mentioned, or, you know, some of the lower ones that people might not have heard of? Come on, share the wall. Like, what's the scariest movie you've ever seen? Mine, maybe The Exorcist, or Chucky, because that scared me like freaking. That scared me to no end as a kid. Until I watched the movie, then I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Except for Terminator Chucky, in the end. Spoiler alert. That creeped me out. But yeah, let me know what you think. Should I do more videos like this? Should I keep cosplaying like a moron? Let me know. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you're up to for Halloween and what movies you're watching. I just want to hear from you. I love horror movies, so I need some recommendations. Let me know what you think. Comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I am Germs, and I will see you in the next video. Or maybe not.